Guess you know what time that is. Oh, yeah. So you guys know what time it is because it is Thursday, 8 p.m., and we are here to have a wonderful time. And what we're going to be discussing today is pretty much breaking the barriers of the power of adapting a growth mindset today. The reason why I want to talk about it because it seems like society is not giving us what we need, but we got to stay strong. We can do this, guys. We can do this. All right, let's go on and get this intro so we can go on and get this show going.
In a world where financial advice is as blurry as a wild night of cheap jello shots, clear your head and your monetary halitosis with the About That Wallet show hosted by Anthony Weaver. Leave those jello shots for the amateurs and learn to indulge in the top shelf bottles, baby. Now, here's your host, Anthony Weaver.
What up, everybody? It is Thursday, or some say Friday Eve. You know how that goes down over here in the DMV. Because, it's cold, but, it is what it is. However, as you see, I got the little flames in the background. I got, just me hanging out with you guys. It's been a wild ride. I have to say that, we got to figure out something because, man, it's getting cold outside here in the DMV. And for those of you who don't know, so let me know if you guys can hear me okay, because we've got a lot to go over and a lot to discuss today. Now, one of the things I actually I want to start off with something. I actually want to share this with you guys is that, I feel like I was missing something. I feel a little naked without my little displays here. Doesn't give me my displays. There we go. Cool. Got my displays up. Some of you are watching live. Do appreciate you. Thank you for coming on to the show because we actually going to help you build strong financial habits. This is what we do. Obviously, this is live and unedited, so you're going to get everything, my little pauses, my hesitations, and everything like that because, it's what we do on a live show. We don't have all the fancy gimmicks, the editing, and all that fun stuff. Build some background noise for you guys because it is okay. But one of the things I do want to start the show a little bit differently because normally I save all the fun stuff to the end. I do want to let you know that if you stay tuned for the end, I want to give away a mug, About That Wallet mug, and an About That Wallet sticker. So let me go ahead on and show you where you can get that. See if it will share up on the screen here. There we go. So, my branding out the way. Not that. So, actually, if you go to my website, it's called aboutthatwallet.com. I have aboutthatwallet.com/store. So what you want to get is this new exclusive sticker that I have here for $5, and then you also will get this lovely mug with the About That Wallet podcast. And keep in mind, this is actually, even though it says TM, I recently got my trademark, you guys. Isn't that amazing? So now that I have an official trademark, I got to change that from TM to R. So what I would do, I'm going to head on and make some R ones so you have the registered one by the time I ship it out to you. All right, so just stay tuned to the end so you can get yourself a copy of it today. Now, one of the things I want to start off with is the unboxing process. I haven't done an unboxing on this show, I don't think ever. So one of the giveaways, not giveaways, but actually my first unboxing, if you see here, ruffling up for those on the audio. Sorry guys who listen on the audio. I had to pre-open it, so I do apologize. This actually is a gift from StreamYard. StreamYard gives you this little plushie. Look at him. Looks so cute. Look at his little fur. And he got little headphones and everything. So it's actually pretty cool. So I actually was nice enough to be part of a survey that was granted to people who actually use the platform, and they were like, "Hey, would you want to be part of this?" And I was like, "Sure." So got a pussy. I'm not sure where should I put them. Put them down there with the books. All right, my second unboxing. I actually thought this was actually pretty cool. Hey Vern, thank you for making it. Greatly appreciate you coming through, and I love your unboxing video. So this is, you actually gave me the inspiration to do an unboxing. So thank you so much for that. You do this all the time. What's going on, Floyd? Thanks for coming through. So we got that one unboxing. The next one just got my shipment. What? Hold on, we got a guest coming through. Hold on, everybody. Let's see what we got over here. Let's see. Get some music here, because you know this lady. All right, you know who it is. She is no stranger to this show. She has been doing an amazing job. 2-time author, Amazon, you know what I'm saying, concierge. Oh, 4-time author. Okay, excuse me, 4-time author, as I got corrected. So, no other than Zania. What's going on?
What's up?
How you doing today?
I'm good. I literally just finished teaching.
Are you speaking on thing? Would you be?
Let's see.
What? I wouldn't put it past that my audio ain't working.
Let me
I
see.
can have everything on my end. Can we hear you?
I was saving it to my.
Nope, nothing on your end.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh, you can hear?
Mhm.
How come I can't hear you?
Mhm.
You know what? It might be something else on my end. Say something.
Yes.
No, I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you?
I see the test.
Okay. If y'all can hear, you can hear both of us. I can't hear everybody. And
They
we
can.
have a
They can hear
problem.
me.
Technical difficulties. Why can't I hear anything? Got all my audio set up. See, this is what happens when you get this live shows. You get all these everything coming through. All right, look, we got another person coming through. Let's see. Floyd, what's going on, sir?
Mic check, mic check. We live?
Why can't I hear nobody?
You can't hear me?
It's
It's
you.
on you.
It's you.
Let me see.
Yeah, you can hear me?
It's
You.
my audio.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, so
Y'all
you
can
hear
run the
me?
show
I can hear you.
while I figure
Oh, so
out
yeah,
why
it's
I
you,
can't hear
Anthony. It's you. You. You're the problem.
Let me
it's
remove
you.
myself until I can hear you, okay? All right, Floyd, I'll let you run the show for a little bit. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sure.
It's him. How you doing, Floyd? How you doing?
Nice to meet you, Nia. I've seen you a couple times on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have your own podcast?
I don't have a podcast.
Okay. Are you leaning into 2024 to having your own, or?
I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
I found out what happened.
What was it?
It was that I had the audio on mute and it was coming from my laptop and not through my Rodecaster.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But no, I don't have the time to start my own podcast.
Yeah. We started, I started mine actually in 2020, right when COVID happened. We were like, you know what? Right?
Very good time.
Like, just like everybody else, like, you know what? Let me start a podcast. Because back in the day, before I joined the Air Force, I was in radio. And I've been wanting to, once since I retired, I was like, you know what? I want to do something. I don't know if I could join the radio, but you know what? Let me try this podcast thing. So we are ending our 4th season now, and so going into our 5th season. Yeah, and
exactly. He needs the horn.
Coach Anthony is part of the original crew, so he's Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
joined just what last year? Was it
He's
last year?
definitely taught me some things.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
How
I
you
think
guys shout out?
we taught each other. I think I introduced you to StreamYard, right? Because
You did,
before you were
yeah,
Zoom. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
you
well,
did.
thank you, thank you. I appreciate
No problem. I mean, I'm pretty much like millions of other people around the world doing the same thing, and so StreamYard has not to promote them or anything, but they're easy to use, and it's a
I
professional
love it. I do.
podcast. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, welcome. Nice to meet you.
I literally just used the webinar feature to do a workshop.
Oh, how
Okay.
was that?
Okay.
That's why I said okay, I'll jump on because I already was literally sitting right here. I just finished. I'm
Wow.
waiting on it to download so I can edit
Mm.
it and send it to them to do what they do.
All right. Since I have y'all both here, I mean, I actually, we like to do book giveaways. But speaking of books,
What we giving away today?
oh, I'm giving away a mug and my sticker. So
Ooh,
you're getting a combo at the end. So I'm only going to do one giveaway today.
I think I might start doing giveaways on my lives though. Once I get settled, I just
Mm.
relocated, so I have to get settled again. But I have so many mugs. I have like thermal mugs. I have like the
Nice.
I don't know what you call tumblers. I have my friend,
Right.
she's a crafter. So I have like everything, like
Oh
everything.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love swag.
Yes, I have a lot
Swag
of
is
swag
good.
I do give away. And then I have a lot of really nice businesses that I buy products from too that are really
Okay.
nice that people typically like.
Go local. Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Mhm. I give them to my customers, my
Yeah.
VIP.
Well, I got Conch Anthony's about that wallet underwear.
What? You
Yeah.
got underwear?
Oh yeah, I got the money drop. Got
I
the-
knew you was giving model vibes in New Orleans.
I know, right?
All right. So this first one, thank you for biding time because I had to get this box open. I had to go mute for a second. So this book had just came out, and I am so excited for it. This lady's been on Good Morning America,
Oh, I know what book it is.
making her waves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got two people that we know we met at FinCon have been on Good Morning America recently, and they both released their books like simultaneously.
Oh wow. That's
And I
nice.
got both books. So the first
Yeah.
book, the first book is toss that to the side here. Oh man, the book.
Oh, you gotta fix it first. You got don't bring it in the camera till you fix it. Fix it first. Fix it.
Let's see if
Drum
you
roll, please.
I wish I had drum roll. All right, you know I got this one. All right, this one I like. I don't know, y'all know what I mean. So the first book is Jamila Safran's Financial Freedom. This is actually her first book, and actually she is the first female podcaster that I've ever listened to in the podcasting realm. So listening to her and so many other women were actually like, how can I get into finance? And I was like, you got to listen to Jamila's podcast. And that's how I got it started. And her thing is called Journey to Launch. This is her very first book. I thought she wrote books before, but this
I
is
did
first.
too.
Yeah, and this is her very first one. So see, the next one is
I know the next one.
oh yeah, you know the next one if you got Process of Elimination.
Did you just buy it in a store on your?
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah, I thought so. I saw it on your Instagram.
And it is
Tiffany.
Tiffany Eliche, Made Whole.
Mhm.
So,
go
go ahead.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's actually the workbook
It is a work.
to her book. Mm-hmm.
So with that, it means
And you got a signed copy.
of course. Hey, you remember everything. All right, so now I got a signed copy, and this one now I gotta get her to sign this one because this one's brand new. They both are, yeah. So this book was great, and she is on Netflix. So you gotta watch the Netflix version of this book where she actually sits down with couples and families and actually talk about how to get good with money. Definitely gotta check that out. And I also met her in person too. She's really cool.
She is.
Yeah. So make sure you get this book, the complimentary workbook. She actually went live recently. So it talks about like how to do the work pretty much. It's pretty much it's really laying out the foundation on how to get everything you need to get done. Different scenarios, different stories. You're getting everything out of this book. This is my first time opening it up with you guys, so definitely. I did tell Tiffany I was going to give her a book away, but I was going to do it in the year. So y'all gotta make sure y'all stay subscribed to the show. Make sure y'all watching live because, for those of you who've been watching my show for a while, know that I like to give away books. It's because it's so much easier for the education side. So that's what I wanted to share to start off the show with. And obviously, as Floyd said, I do have some draws that he has a copy of. These money draws got the big yellow sign in the front. You know what I'm saying? Gotta show people what you mean. You about that work. Say this the money maker right here. Get your business in. These are high quality draws. Have you tried them on yet, Floyd?
Yeah, one time.
What do you think?
I mean, I told my wife, you want to see the moneymaker. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, observe.
Emotional damage.
Yeah. It's right up in there. But anyway, yeah, you gotta feel good when you wear good. You know what I'm saying? But today, Floyd, I might give away some draws. Might give away some draws. So, but let's go with the mug first. Keep it front and friendly.
Right, exactly. Start off slow,
Yeah. It's just like your money. So what we're going to talk about today is the growth mindset. And the reason why I want to talk about the growth mindset today is because that is one of the things that we all get bogged down in. We try to figure out what is going on in life, and we try to figure out whether or not should we do something or should we not do something. And usually when you're at the should not option is usually when you're at the fixed mindset. When you say like, hey, guns blazing, turbos ready to go, gas is in the car, we going. Usually looking at the growth mindset. Those are usually the people that are the risk takers, the ones that want to go ahead on and just do it all. Like, why settle? And the fixed mindset are the ones that want to settle. They want to, hey, I got money in the bank, but shorty, what you drinking? I got you type deal. Whereas, if you got the growth mindset, like, hey, I got money in the bank, shorty, what you drinking? Let's go home after this. Like this, how far are we going to take this? And that's one of the things we got to look at it that way. Still rocks, man. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Yo, Kamari's network is amazing. It's coming through.
They are.
What? Hey, mom.
Oh, I remember your mom.
Yeah. She's always coming through. Thanks, mom, for coming through. So go ahead on and let's see. So I did a little cheating. I talked to Chad Cheat. Me and Chat GPT, or as Nia call him, Chad. We had a conversation today talking about the growth and fixed mindset. Mm-hmm. So I told Chad, can you act like a psychologist and just give me what are the 3 things that people have issues with when it comes to, their careers? Mm-hmm. And they said, first off, it starts off, well, it says right here, when individuals do not adopt a growth mindset, certain career habits may emerge that can limit their professional development. Here are 3 key career habits associated with a fixed mindset, which is the avoidance of challenges, which we just recently talked about. So they said, as an example, is that individuals with a fixed mindset tend to avoid challenges or situations where they may face potential failure. They may stick to tasks and projects that are already comfortable with, avoiding opportunities to growth and learning. How many people have you actually experienced anybody like that in your career field? Where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that project because it doesn't resonate with me. I don't feel like, it's too much to learn.
I've experienced people like that. And then I've had people try to push that mindset on me also in my workplace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, people with no experience, they're super hesitant to do anything new, And so, well, don't limit yourself. I'm here. I can teach you. We can do it together. But I've never had anybody blatantly like, no, I'm not going to do that project.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Like, I guess me moving into like that management realm is trying to move people to more of that growth mindset. Because I've noticed that a lot of the new employees, and even some of the people that've been there for a while, actually just sit there. It was like, yeah, I don't want to rustle any feathers. I want to, keep my nose to the ground, stay quiet.
Mhm.
Don't do any big audacious projects. Just
Can I
like,
ask a question?
yeah,
Are the people that saying that, are they of the older generation?
the ones, yeah, the older generation.
They're saying that, yeah.
The boomers.
Yeah, but it's kind of like why are they that way versus how we are now, where it's like you see most of the younger generation is more,
That's how they were
let's
raised. Like,
mm,
don't talk back to your teacher. When your teacher tells you something, you sit down, you shut up, and you listen to them.
right.
So that's how they were reared, that you don't challenge anything. You don't want attention. You want to be the person who's not getting attention.
Yeah, they came from a generation of like clocking in at 9, leaving
Mhm.
at 5. Anything
40
else
years.
extra? Anything else extra? That's
Yeah.
not what we do.
And
Yeah.
they did the same job for 40 years
Yeah.
and then retired.
Mm. And then now you can't even get a basic job to try to retire for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's where it's going to be tough coming in with the understanding that it's that older generation is hard to let go of knowledge because they feel like if they let it go, then they no longer viable or they no longer important in that job. So that fixed mindset keep them in that same position there. They's like, oh, yeah, they love to complain,
Mm.
but won't do anything about it because they
They're
don't
good
want.
at it.
Yeah.
I think everybody's good at complaining. I'm good at complaining.
Oh, yeah, we can all complain.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, how do we, and that's one of the things that I try to challenge myself in my thinking every day. It's like, okay, yeah, you talked to me about 2 minutes or actually like 30 minutes complaining about something. I was like, well, what have you done lately to kind of help this situation? And usually they was like, oh, nothing. We get quiet about it. And I'm like,
Mm.
well, until you try something, I don't really want to hear any more about it. And then they
That's
don't,
how I am.
they just stop talking to me. So.
Yeah, that's typically like after that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the second thing that Chad said was the fear of failure and risk aversion, which is the second mindset of the fixed mindset when it comes to the career. Those with a fixed mindset often feel failure and view it as a reflection of their inherent abilities. This fear can lead to a reluctance to take risk in their careers. They may be hesitant to try new approaches, pursue challenge projects, or take on responsibility and avoid a level of uncertainty. That's kind of what we just kind of delve into is that same thing. It seemed like that fixed mindset just constantly back to back.
Yeah, I think it also has like has to do with a confidence level also. They lack the confidence. And when you lack the confidence, you're always going to second guess yourself. You're always going to talk yourself out of different things. I teach my students all the time how that affects their money and slows down them from achieving their financial goals because they talk themselves out of new opportunities.
And with that, because I'm thinking about like how they had that flea experiment, when they talk about the fleas in the jar.
Yeah, I just heard that in Steve Harvey motivational video this morning.
Oh, he talked about everybody.
He talked about the fleas in the jar. He sure did.
Yeah, because it's like
you're not going to get anywhere till you take the top off your mayonnaise jar.
But even when you take it off, but you have a generation of people just hitting that pick all the time, and you like
Exactly.
you don't jump that high anymore.
See, you should have been on my workshop. I just told them sometimes you have to understand and make the shift that you are not synonymous with struggle. That does not have to be a part of your life, and that does not have to be a part of your story. And sometimes that's a struggle to make that shift because you have created that ceiling for yourself, and it's a monster removing it.
Right. So before we move on, I think I got another guest coming through, man. Everybody coming through today.
Oh, okay. Let's
I
go.
know, man. Actually, this is my first time.
It is your first time.
It is my first time on. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Let's
Oh,
see what we got.
nice. Welcome.
All right. So on this podcast, he is not new to being on this show. He is not new to the dance floor. Nia, you might.
You said dance floor. I know who
you
you're
know
talking
what this
about.
is. This guy always show out every time. What's going on, Justin? Boom!
Hey, everybody! How's everything going?
What's going on, Justin?
Yeah, no, I saw the message come across WhatsApp. I'm like, hey, let me go talk to some peeps.
Yeah, that's that.
Because I've had a little bit of a frustrating day.
A long week, man.
Well, so yeah. So my parents have this house in California, and we're renting rooms to young professionals, because it costs a little bit to live in California.
Mm.
And I've just had like strings of people come and see the room, and nobody's signing the lease. It's just, it's a lot of work to set it up and all that. But you know what? We're here, and we're going to make something good happen today.
There we go. Because that's another side of real estate that a lot of people don't talk about. Getting in there. So, because we talked about that fixed mindset, and right now we're just talking about the risk avoidance and so forth. How is it in real estate on your end, staying in the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset?
Well, real estate, you have to always be active. Like, you have to always be focusing on who's the next person that I can get in to see this space and rent it, because every day it stays vacant is money that you lose that you can never, ever get back. So I'm just watching the seconds pass as these people tour and don't sign, and tour and don't sign. I'm like, that day is gone, and that day is gone, and this day is gone.
It's like the Cash App symbol. I mean, the Cash App.
That's so taking money out every time.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, like, I know what keeps me going is I know that it's a good product. I know it's something that people need. I know that there are people out there looking, and like, so every Saturday I'm getting on Craigslist and I'm renewing that ad and putting it to the top of that list so that new people who are looking will see it, and it won't be buried under, a week's worth of ads before that. And you just never know what you're going to get, but you gotta keep going, because there's no alternative, because the bank gonna come knocking in the month for their mortgage money. So so you got to keep going and keep it rolling.
Nice. Because I know some people here in the audience right now possibly looking at, like, let's go ahead on and try to get into real estate. How are we gonna do all this fun stuff?
You gotta be ready to pivot too.
Mm-hmm.
Like with everything that's going on in a lot of different states with Airbnb and the new rules that keep coming. If you already have an Airbnb in a location or a market that they make a law like that, you have to be able to shift. You have to be able to shift.
Yeah, just like your book said.
I figured you was up to something. You was quiet, turning around.
Oh yeah. I got everybody books over here. Justin, I got your book over here. Because one of the things is that I think that the shift in mindset is being forgotten. And when it comes to understanding what it is to let go, and everybody want this fast cash instead of actually putting in the work. And then they just think, okay, well, I'm on Instagram. Hey, I should be getting that Instagram money too. Oh, I got 1 hour video. I should be getting scrolling. Then YouTube, like, oh yeah, I showed up. I put one video out there. I'm in there. No,
I wish
it don't work that way. Like,
okay.
So
I got
what my mind goes,
video.
What my mind goes back to is back when Michael Jordan won his 3 championships and all that. Everybody's like, yeah, 3P, great. They weren't there when he was shooting free throws at 4:30 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They weren't there when he was practicing until the middle of the night. Like they didn't see that part. Nobody talks about that part of it. And like in real estate, I remember there was we had this apartment building, and there was one weekend where I had like 8 people that were moving in the following week. So my whole weekend was cleaning up apartments and getting them ready and making sure everything was set. And I walked past one of my tenants, and he was like, "Man, you work on Saturday?" I'm like, "I do today because I'm gonna collect some deposits on Monday." But then it gets back to mind, like that's his mindset. His mindset is you don't work on the weekend. But you know, being an investor and managing property, like your mindset shifts. Like, is Saturday a work day? Well, you know, it might be this week. You know, that's just the way that goes.
I feel like the same with a business owner. Same thing.
Oh yeah.
I got a business meeting on Sunday morning. I sure do this week.
Yeah.
Me.
And Floyd, I know you just recently been working a lot, so
yeah.
we started like cutting back on things now, right?
Well, we'll see. In the market, I do marketing for our school. We have 4 campuses, so I do events. So I really understand, you know, the product that everybody sees, and they don't understand all the work behind it leading up to, you know, getting the flowers, getting the DJ, getting the stage, getting the radios, and then when the event is going on, they don't understand all the moving parts that have to go with making an event. And it's going back to like people doing these social media Instagram posts saying, I did one video and I got 1 million hits, but that's one off of 1 million people. People get lucky, and people worked to get that million hits. So they think that it's that easy to get money or to, you know, be successful in real estate and all that. So
it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the glamorous part that people focus on, that we put out there about ourselves. We don't put the times when we were up until whatever time at night trying to make this work. Like a lot of people don't. A lot of people just put like their Instagram is like their glamour reel of what's been going on for them.
They show the Porsche, the Bugattis.
Crazy. I've actually, I think that, but I also think that gets more attention too. But because I don't share glamour and I'm not a glamorous, flashy, my brand grows slower. My brand grows slower because I'm not, because that's what they want to see. They want to see the flash. They want to see me, you know, doing those things. That's what attracts them. But that's not me as a person.
But then I saw a post recently about somebody who had 1 million followers, but then they had an event and nobody showed up.
Exactly.
So to your point, that building that brand authentically and having people truly invested in your brand, even though it grows more slowly.
I'm with it. I'll take it any day. Because a lot of times when they go viral, like you went viral for this one thing in this video, but in order for you to keep those people, they want to see what they saw in this video. And that might not even be what your brand does or what you sell. So they're not even really interested in what your brand does. They just want to see you chase this squirrel again because it looked funny.
And it might not have even been you that they were interested in seeing.
The one time you showed some booty, that's what you got 1 million hits for.
Oh, you did jump rope in the day? Okay.
That's worth a like.
Oh, the show went there.
Yeah. I'll subscribe to that.
Okay. You're just like, what? Organizing. Like, I don't want to see any organizing.
Yeah.
And then you gotta keep the attention span under 6 seconds. You pushing that at 30 seconds. So yeah, it's crazy. But let's go on to this third thing about the fixed mindset, which is talking about the defense response to feedback. People with a fixed mindset may have a defensive response to feedback. Rather than seeing feedback as an opportunity for improvement, they may perceive it as a critique on their abilities. This defensiveness can hinder their ability to learn and grow. as they may be resistant to acknowledging and addressing areas of improvement. Yeah. I think supervisors will more than likely see this the most, even as parents. No,
I think
let's
parents,
approach this from
friends,
the parents. Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
literally just
yeah,
got being friends with somebody, and she had that trait. She wants you to agree with everything she did. She don't want to hear anything different than what she is doing, and
Well,
it
let's
don't work.
let's back up a step and acknowledge that when we went to school, we got asked questions all the time,
Mhm.
and all the questions had one answer, and it was at the back of the book. And don't look, because that's cheating. So, like, you want this. There's this built-in mechanism to kind of push people, or culture to push people to being right is desirable, being right is wanted, being right is what you want to be. And then when somebody puts an opposing, or not even an opposing point of view, a differing
Right,
point of view in
right.
front of you, you're like, oh well, that does that mean I'm wrong? Oh, I can't be wrong. That's not the way things are supposed to be. I'm supposed to be right. Right is what I want to be. um so that critical thinking element, that desire to actually understand what's going on, is more important than you being right or wrong. Just understanding what is actually happening, so then you can make informed choices about what you're doing going forward.
Right. And one of the things is that I like this analogy, or hearing about it, is that a tree. I think if I say it right, what is it? A tree doesn't hang out with grass, even though they started at the same point.
Oh.
And it's almost like talking about the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. But obviously, grass is genetics, and I mean, not the whole. If you get it just from the mindset perspective,
Yeah.
genetically,
Mhm.
grass isn't going to grow that tall, unless you got like elephant grass, but it's not going to go that high. And there's some trees that don't get that tall either. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much what they're saying. It's like we have the same soil, but if you want to stick around, you can stick around and find out. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I like that, because you're going to excel in certain areas, regardless of, you were raised with siblings, that they're not going to excel in the same areas that you excel in, because they're just a different person. And everybody's not going to excel at everything.
Mhm.
Which is one of the things that kind of is annoying about school. They expect everybody to progress in everything at the same rate.
Yeah.
That's just not the way it works. Like, even the blades of grass don't grow all at the same speed.
mm. So I put a question in the chat just to see if anybody was going to answer it, which is I put in there like, how do you react if someone tells you that your work is horrible? Because since we talking about the careers and money, this could actually make or break pretty much your career, with the way how somebody actually critiques your work. Now we got Mr. Bell. Thank you for coming through. He says that I want them to explain why it's horrible. Now that's a good counter offer, like, not a counter offer, but almost a counter question to the critique. And I think it's a valid question,
Mhm.
because there's a lot of managers and also supervisors that says that this does not work. And the thing about it, a lot of people take that personally. And it doesn't mean that it's actually that they suck, which is a fixed mindset will say, like, oh yeah, they didn't like my work, and it just doesn't make the cut. I'm gonna quit the whole job and I will go do another job. Like,
Mhm.
I've
Mhm.
seen that happen.
I mean, when you want to assume like the person who's getting offended, being critiqued, they care a lot about the work. So those are the people that mostly would like be hurt about the critique. And then two parts is like not trusting the feedback, and the other part is like, how was the feedback given? Was it
Yeah.
given sarcastically? Was it being mean? Was it out in the open versus a very constructive criticism? Hey, everything went well, but privately or in front of people. So it's kind of a two-part thing. So when people really get offended, is because they care a lot about their work they just did. So.
Yeah. And I'd actually want to know, like, this is the work I did. these were the marching orders or instructions or the goal that was laid out. I thought what I was doing fit that goal. Then the question is, where is what I'm doing not fitting this goal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is it a situation where you've moved the goalpost halfway through the process and now you're like, oh,
You didn't get
meet
it at
this goal.
all.
I'm like,
Right.
wait, it used to be over here and now
Exactly.
it's way down there.
Yeah.
So getting the context of the situation is also important too, because speaking of supervisors, they may be in a situation where somebody has moved their goalpost, and they're reacting to you based on that, which has nothing to do with what you were doing.
That sounds like the Postal Service.
Yeah.
You talk about that one. Go ahead.
And that goes with working with a team. When you're used to working with teams and you trust your team, not all of us knows our blind spots. And I trust when Justin tells me, Floyd, there's a blind spot here, and Anthony tells me, yep, the same blind spot. I'll accept that feedback because again, I trust that the comment coming from my team. Like I say, if you don't trust your team or you don't work well with a team, then the blind spots that's being told to you, you won't accept it at all.
Yeah. And actually, there's another piece of advice that I got, which is when you're on a job and you're working for somebody, don't wait for that 6-month or annual kind of evaluation. Like, you should be having conversations with that person, whether that's your supervisor, your boss, your client, whatever it is, on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, so you can make sure that you stay on track. And it's a good analogy related to like airplanes, right? They take off. They only get to their destination because they're making slight course corrections all along the way. So they finally end up at that destination where they're supposed to land. And so having that continual feedback ongoing, as opposed to waiting for that full 6-month or annual evaluation, is a really good tactic and tool.
Is that called the weekly 101?
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard. Whether it's you're an entrepreneur working on your own or whether you're in a large corporation, like, it's hard to be seen and get noticed unless you take that initiative to have those conversations with people. And while I'm thinking about it, I forget this woman's name, but she worked for one of the big like investment banks. And she was like, there's 3 people you need to know. There's your immediate boss. And then there's also someone who will be your advocate in the room. So when they're talking about promotions, to actually like sing your praises in that room, because your boss is biased, because you're like, well, this person works under you, so of course you're going to sing their praises. But if you have a relationship with somebody else in the organization who will also sing your praises in that meeting, then that makes it more likely for you to be promoted. And the third person is a mentor who is separate from both of those other people. And it's just not advice that you get usually when you're coming out, or you're starting a career, or you're starting in an organization. People don't tell you that. It's like, oh, surprise.
Another piece of advice I was given is to keep a curriculum vitae, so that when you need to speak up and talk about yourself and brag about yourself, because sometimes for some people that's the issue too. They're very humble, and they're not good at talking about themselves and talking themselves up in those times when you need to. So create that list throughout your career, so that when you have to, you already have it right there ready.
No, I would second that. And keep it on an ongoing basis, because once you get let go from the company, then you no longer have access to the database.
Correct.
to get the numbers about what you did or the impact you had or all that. So now you got to rely on your memory. And honestly, like, your boss don't know what you do on a daily basis anyway. They have no clue. So you have to be able to tell them what you do.
Right.
It's funny and it sounds funny, but it's true.
It's true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to say that for those of you who are in a chat right now, go ahead on and type in hashtag mindset so that you can go on and start getting. I want to start accumulating some of the entries so that we can go ahead on and do a giveaway. For those of you who are just joining us, we're doing a giveaway.
Ooh, giveaways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're giving away a mug. We might give away some draws. I'm not sure yet.
He wasn't here.
He was here. Floyd said you gotta give away some draws, so I might give away some draws. So we're giving away a sticker. You get a sticker and a mug for this drawing. So if you want to be part of it and you know somebody that is looking, you like to win gifts, then go ahead on and share this episode out. I'll give you time to share it out. Make sure that they go ahead on and go to YouTube, go inside where you're at, type in hashtag mindset if you want to be part of this particular drawing. I know my face is being covered up, but either way, you get, it's about you guys. So you get the mug. Like I said, I'm gonna change this TM to an R because I actually fully registered trademark now.
Ooh,
Oh,
big pimping in here.
yeah, I gotta get my own round of applause. So I'm super excited about that. So it will turn into an R by the time you get it. So I just want to make sure I let you guys know that. And StreamYard was nice enough to send me their lovely, for those of you who just joining, give me their little lovely.
Ah,
Oh,
that was
duck.
nice.
The duck.
Because I participated in the survey and I was like, hey, can I get one of y'all ducks? And he was like, sure. Here you go. Thanks.
I mean, they should.
I know, right? All this work we putting in on this thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You taught me how to really use it.
Nice. All right. So
So
far
thank
we
you
got.
for it.
You only can do it one time. So go down and type in hashtag mindset so we can get this going. But I just wanted to put that out there. So if you guys see the hashtag up there, go ahead on and start typing that in so you can be part of this drawing. So we talked about, some of the tips and tricks and actually providing feedback. Well, actually receiving feedback and what we can do on that receiving end. And I see that there's a couple things that came in through the chat here. Let's see. Mom says, ask how can I improve and why do you feel this way? Which is a valid question. Going back to explain a little bit more on why you feel that way. I like that. Divine Eye, welcome. Coming through. You said it's hard to accept your own weakness sometimes. That's facts. Because especially when people point out your faults. You don't want to hear that. I usually don't want to hear it. That's like, I know I have them. That doesn't mean you need to reflect on them. And even in the career, it's like, hey, I'm not a great speaker. I might not sit up here and do all this talking all the time. And why do you feel this way? Yeah, back to the field. Even constructive criticism can cause doubt. Now that one is interesting. What do you guys thought on that one? As far as like constructive criticism providing like, causing some doubt in your work.
yeah. I mean, I'd say if you're interested in providing constructive criticism, you definitely need to know who your audience is, where they are in their process, because some people are like, they're seasoned entrepreneurs. You can tell them anything. They'll treat it like a buffet. They'll take out the parts they need and they'll leave the rest. Other people are like, oh my God, you just killed my dream. I'm going to go back to work tomorrow. Like, I'm just going to let it go. Because they aren't ready to hear that feedback presented in that way. So instead of, the what we would all consider to be constructive feedback, it may be, let me put you in touch with some people who can help you with that, or I can help you with that in this way. So that it's not just you leave the person to kind of stew in their own juices after you drop your criticism bomb on them.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I can echo that. I think that a lot of times too, like I said, you have a lack of confidence And it didn't take much, you know, in the first place, because they already have a lack of confidence. So then when you hear that, they kind of hone in on it, and then they, you know, you're always your own worst critic. So if somebody gives you more criticism, then it's like it just gives you more of a reason to continue to bully and beat up on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, honestly, if you heard what most people say to themselves, you'd be like, man, I wouldn't even talk to a dog that way. Like, what is going on in their head? And then from the outside, you look at them and you're like, they got it together. Like they're working on their dream.
The ones that you're like, oh, they got it. Like they look like they got it all together. And they'd be like, no, it's in shambles.
Yeah, no. They just make it look good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Do y'all got drinks? Because we got a few moments to get a drinks, right? Y'all got your drinks?
Sure. I got margarita.
All right. I got, you know, water too.
I want a margarita.
Water? I got margarita.
You say
I got those margarita in a can kind of thing.
Aha.
Those would be good. Hold on, I'll get mine.
All right. So while Floyd go get his, y'all want to get y'all drink?
It would have to be made. Yeah,
Oh, that's all right. Just take the
vodka. I'm still gonna do the dance.
Let me cue my music up over here.
I'm gonna get off here at 9.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be exactly 9 o'clock. We'd be good.
Oh, okay.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready. You gotta wait for him to get his drink. How you tell him to get his drink and then play the music? That is rude.
Don't make us talk about how you treat your guests now.
Okay, right. Never come back again. No.
All right, I guess watermelon Rita. I was supposed to drink in Thanksgiving, but
those are good though.
Hold that up a little bit, Floyd. Let me see if I can get a zoom in. Ooh,
Rita's watermelon Rita.
It's a sparkling one too.
Yeah.
I gotta try that.
8% alcohol. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm a lightweight.
Okay.
Ready? Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see what I got. My Respado. Like I've been drinking this thing for like the past. So, but this music is actually a lot louder in my ear than I'm sure it is coming over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it sounds really loud. So it helps me speak louder if it sounds like I'm yelling. It's because it's loud. Right. So, you know, the reason why we drink on this show is because we want to give thanks to that we are on this side of the ground. Give thanks to your family, give thanks to everything that you have right now. You know, just take a moment, you're breathing, having a good time, and let's go on and take that. So, I mean, like I said, we're going to shot to that. And if you only drink on the weekends, it's fine. You drink it with me on Thursday. All right.
Exactly. She says that Benny Hill. That sound like Benny Hill.
Ooh, wow.
You know, is it Benny Hill? Everybody keeps saying it's Benny Hill.
It sounds like Benny Hill.
It does sound Benny Hill.
Yeah, it does.
It could be.
My brother used to watch Benny Hill.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bottoms up. Hey, what y'all drinking out there?
Say it again.
Out there? Well, we know
air.
Air. All right, Justin, you all right. All air don't care. I got you.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
Let me find out, nigga, you can sing over here.
I wish, as much as I love music, I wish I could.
You know, we did not get a chance to play the game when we were down in.
Oh yeah, I had it too. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah,
we gotta tell them the story. So one time we were on here, and I love music. So Anthony always talks about me because I don't care what conversation you have, I can relate it to some lyrics in the music. So I'm always humming some random music is always in my head, and he makes fun of it because he was like, "You don't hear yourself? Like you always do like you're always doing something." So I have the game, the lyrically correct. So one time we were live and we played lyrically correct online, and he was horrible at it. So I said, "Oh, I'm bringing this to FinCon so we could play it at FinCon." And I did bring it, but we were so busy, and I was out on work, and we never played it.
Yeah.
But he did horribly. Oh my god!
Yeah, don't have.
I have to go
no-
back and find that episode.
So many people ready to take my black card for that one.
Yes, I mean, even people in the comments was like, "What? You don't know?"
All
Well,
right,
you got those songs that you knew growing up, but
mhm.
you can't like recite it right now. But as soon as that song comes on, we are fam, and you know every single song to that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's programmed in your head.
Yep. All right, so we got 4 minutes so Nick can drop off. So we're gonna do this drum roll as everybody get ready. Go ahead on and type in hashtag right now, hashtag mindset to get inside this particular drawing. Okay. All right. I'll give you like at least 30 seconds because I know it's a delay. And right now we have 4 entries. So make sure you put in that mindset. You only can do it one time. We already did mindset earlier. We got you. All right. So right here, it's only got the 4. All right. So let's go ahead on and get this show on the road.
Ah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yay, Divine Eye. Go. Let's go. Congrats. Divine Eye.
Congratulations.
You were in there. So what you will get? Let's see your prize.
Tell her what she's won.
What she's won.
The underwear.
She won a lovely mug. A high gloss mug that holds up the 15 ounce. Ooh, you know what? I should give out the big joint or the small joint. What do you think? 15 ounce?
You can't ask. She gonna say the big joint. Come on now. You do that behind the scenes. That's behind the scenes. You can't do it. You gotta get a 15 now.
Yeah, you get the 11 ounce. Yeah.
One's a
So-
big joint.
Get 15 now.
But now wait, she might want the one that just says trademark because it's going to be a collector's item because the rest
There
of
you
them
go.
going to have that R on it.
Exactly.
That's you make a very good point. You make a very good point.
Mhm.
Decisions.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Divine Eye, you can work out some options
Right.
on your prize.
On your prize. Yeah. So Divine Eye.
Oh, Divine Eye is a boy.
Oh, I am a boy, David.
No, we have a divine. Do we have a divine eye in our show?
For right now, because it's not coming from mine.
That is a funny part of that's a funny movie. Like that line.
You know what?
You know that line.
You're all right. Divine Eyes coming from yours could be.
Oh,
I'm not sure because I can't tell what stream people are coming from. I just see
well,
them.
now you come to our show too, right?
It said that's
Oh,
me. He said
yeah,
that's
it is.
me.
Yeah, from Highway
you
54.
said
Okay.
that's me.
Yep.
All right.
But that was a funny line from you hear that line, you automatically gonna laugh.
So with this ceramic mug.
Women.
Well, thank you, Divine, for coming to both our shows. Actually,
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Divine Eye as always. Yeah.
Dishwasher is safe. Oh, geez. All right. What's going on over there? We get a.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's time to eat.
Time to eat.
Time to eat.
Right. Let's gotta go. All right. And this product especially made for you as soon as you place an order, which is why it takes a bit longer to deliver to you. making products on demand instead of
He letting you know it's gonna be a while before you get your cup.
yeah. You got at least a week and a half. You're gonna get it.
Yeah, that's what trying to let you know.
Right. Now, because it's before December 10th, you actually receive this before Christmas. So this will be a Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah. So December 10th is the cutoff if you want anything delivered. So if you guys are curious and want to get something from About That Wallet store, or you can just kind of continue to join and support the show, make sure you order before December 10th. All right. And yeah, and also you'll get this lovely sticker to go along with it. So if you got like a laptop, you want to put on a mug or a tumbler, go for it. And it's a high glossy sticker. So that's what I got for today, everybody. Now let's go ahead on and do some last closeout. Where can we find, since Neil, you got a roll, let's go on and get you first so we can hear about you and what's going on with it.
You can find me on any of the channels at Money Perspectives on all social media.
And she got 4 books. Come on, Neil, tell yourself. You got.
Oh, I thought you just said where they can find me.
All right, well,
I'm
wait.
Nia. I'm
You know,
Nia. I'm the Money Moves Motivator. I help women overcome their money mistakes and transform their spending habits so they can achieve financial stability. Yes, I am a 4-time author. I'm actually an award-winning Amazon best-selling author.
Hey.
Yes.
No. but yeah, so that's what I do. Follow me. I like to drop realistic, real life solutions for real life money problems.
You know, you gotta get your hands on that one. Floyd, ready?
Yep. Highway 54. We're in our 4th season. We have 2 more shows for the rest of 2023, and we'll be walking into our 5th season in January 2024, along with Coach Anthony, one of our co-hosts.
Awesome. Thank you.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, and of course YouTube.
All right, last one, but not least.
Yeah. No, hopefully not least. My name is Justin Pogue. I am the author of the award-winning book Rental Secrets, where I teach renters how to save money on their rent, which is really important right now. And I'm also the host of the podcast Renter Confidential. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And my website is rentalsecrets.net.
Nice. All right, everybody get the horns. So, as you saw, we had 2 amazing authors. Make sure you go ahead on and subscribe. Go ahead on and get their books today because you do not want to miss out all the lovely content that they put out there. And Justin is actually being very humble. He is the first book out there about and for renters. Okay, the only book I have seen for renters. So he is downplaying it. Please make sure you go support this book. He has everything. Justin, I gotta get you a sign. I gotta get you to sign my book because I have your book. I just can't find it.
Are both your books on Amazon right now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've been book collecting too. I've been having that habit now, going to thrift stores and in the public libraries. Dude, I've been finding $1 books, $2 books.
Mm-hmm.
I just scored some Obama books too. So. All for $1.
Yeah.
So support your local. All right. So thank you, everybody. Make sure if y'all got anything new or exciting about this particular episode, make sure that you go ahead on and subscribe and continue to share everything. And Divine Eye, go ahead on and shoot me an email at anthony@aboutthatwallet.com. I will go ahead on and provide you so I can send everything over. All right. All right, everybody. Y'all be safe. I'm out.